What an unbelievable NFL Week 9, from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Let's talk about Sunday's action here. We got 5 minutes to give you all of my hot takes, takeaways, maybe some waiver wire talk, and even some buy low, sell high. So let's get to it. We'll lead off with Bears-Bengals because that was an unbelievable game. I had to change my underwear more times than there were lead changes in this game. Caleb Williams to Colston Loveland for a 58-yard touchdown at the very end to save a crappy Bears defense. That was absolutely crazy. Anybody seen Rome Odunze? I missed him because he was nowhere to be found in this one. I know he's done great for the entire season, so we'll give him a pass, but that was a huge, huge bummer. Shout out to Joe Flacco, 470 yards, 4 touchdowns for him with a bum shoulder. The old man just keeps on going. You got to just give respect where respect is due. Let's talk New England against the Falcons. Falcons covered that 6.5-point spread just like I told you they would. Drake London, an unbelievable masterclass. 9 catches, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's the Drake London we want. That's why he was in the DFS playbook this week. On the other side for the Patriots, yeah, they won the game. Trevion Henderson, what kind of volume was that? Wasn't really that great. They don't like Trevion Henderson. Not that in a personal way. Maybe it's his pass blocking. Maybe it's his attitude. I don't really know. But between Terrell Jennings getting some work, the threats of Dearness Johnson, this is not a guy who I think is startable in fantasy football. If somebody wants to buy in on the hype, sell high. Chargers against the Tennessee Titans. This one got a little crazy early on in the beginning here, but Justin Herbert saves the day. But the ground game definitely struggled there. Kamani Vidal did not have a great game. And let's not forget, Joe Alt left this one with an ankle injury. Again, injuries on the offensive line. That's what's going to hurt the Chargers in the end. Titans offense, absolutely a hot mess. Just trash. But if your league does score return yards, shout out for Chimere Dike. He once again delivers for the Titans. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. I said that this game had a suspicious line to it. Why were the Pittsburgh Steelers only a 3-point dog? Well, now we know exactly why. Where was Jonathan Taylor? Where was he? He's off with Rome Odunze apparently, right? So, again, he can be forgiven. But if your fantasy team is relying on Jonathan Taylor when he puts up a game like this, womp, womp. Pittsburgh showed you how to attack that Colts defense, by the way, over the middle with the tight ends and short passing. 49ers against the Giants. McCaffrey, he does it all for the 49ers over and over and over again. Juwan Jennings finally turned out. We like seeing that. Jackson Dart, he is definitely becoming a must start. The passing yards aren't great, but another 58 rushing yards and another rushing touchdown. The team is responding to this guy. You want to stay with him for sure. Vikings upend the Detroit Lions here. First game back for J.J. McCarthy. Good, solid effort. Keep an eye on Aaron Jones. He looked very explosive coming back in this game. Kind of like him as a possible buy low candidate because people are still soft on him. John Morton, the offensive coordinator for Detroit, said he was going to get Jameson Williams more involved, and he did. 6 targets, 4 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. And shout out for Jamo for fighting for that score. That was absolutely unbelievable. Carolina against Green Bay, devastating for survivor pools. I lost a pick or two here with the Green Bay Packers. Very, very upset. Very, very upset. Rico Dowdle, how about that, huh? 130 yards, 2 touchdowns against this Green Bay defense. That was absolutely amazing. It's wheels up for Rico Dowdle. He is a hold. He is a start. He's going to continue seeing the volume. Let's pour one out. A little RIP for my shares of Chuba Hubbard. Packers, hot mess. I don't even know what to say about them. They also might have just lost Tucker Kraft for the year. You're going to have to wait and see. He might have a torn ACL. Rams against the Saints. Nothing surprising from the Rams. Puka OK left the game with a chest injury because he fell on the ball. He should be okay. Devontae Adams, red zone madness. Kyron Williams, a stud. Nothing surprising from the Saints either. They suck. Juwan Johnson got into the end zone, but I don't know who started him. Not me. Not anybody I know. Jacksonville edges out the Vegas Raiders in overtime here. I told you to add Parker Washington. I said this last week. And what did he do? 8 catches, 90 yards. Great play with Travis Hunter out for the next 4 weeks. Parker Washington is going to see this work. And welcome back to Brock Bowers, right? What a game. 10 catches, 115 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely spectacular. You can feel comfortable about using him again. And then finally here, Buffalo, Kansas City. Listen, another 100-yard game for James Cook. Dominant performance, 6 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown for Dalton Kincaid. He is slowly emerging. Last year's injury way behind him. He's having a great year. So take a look at Dalton Kincaid if for some reason somebody wants to get rid of him. And then finally for the Chiefs, another touchdown for Kareem Hunt. I love the valiant effort here. He is still a trusted guy for Andy Reid inside the red zone. So just keep at it. You're not going to get great yardage from him, but you're going to get the scores. More on waiver wire and everything else over at fantasyalarm.com. Go check it out. I'm Howard Bender, and I'll catch you next time.